Russia, a land that stretches across 2 continents, spanning 11 time zones and home to a tapestry of cultures, languages, and traditions. When you hear the name, what comes to mind? Perhaps it's the vastness, the mystery, or the echoes of history that have shaped this immense nation. The name alone conjures images of endless snowy landscapes, majestic onion-domed cathedrals rising above the frost, and the timeless beauty of St. Basil's Cathedral dusted in white. But Russia is so much more than its iconic landmarks and wintry scenes. The real Russia, I discovered, is found in the quiet, everyday moments. An elderly woman gazing out her window, a family gathered for tea in a sunlit kitchen, or the gentle hush of a neighborhood street as the city wakes. Beyond the headlines and stereotypes, there's a world of warmth and surprise. Shared laughter echoing through small apartments, the vibrant energy of bustling markets, and the simple joy of people coming together over food. It's in the kindness of strangers, a babushka's warm smile, a young man lending a hand to someone in need, neighbors greeting each other in the park as if they're old friends. My journey wasn't about chasing monuments or delving into politics. It was about seeing Russia through the eyes of its people, feeling the pulse of daily life and understanding what truly matters to them. I skipped the usual tourist trail, choosing instead to wander into neighborhood bakeries where the scent of fresh bread fills the air, family parks alive with children's laughter, and hidden courtyards where locals gather to relax and share stories. The stereotypes I once held began to melt away, replaced by genuine encounters, moments of connection, shared humanity, and the realization that people everywhere long for the same things: friendship, understanding, and a sense of belonging. Russia revealed itself as a living tapestry, woven from millions of personal stories. Each face, each family, each fleeting moment added color, warmth, and depth to my understanding of this vast country. So, I invite you to join me. Let's leave behind our preconceptions and step into a world that's both epic in scale and deeply personal in experience. Together, we'll explore cherished traditions, taste family recipes passed down through generations, and meet people whose spirit, resilience, and warmth will stay with you long after you leave. Their stories will linger, reminding you that the heart of Russia beats strongest in its people. This is Russia Unfiltered, a place that shares not just its breathtaking sights, but its soul. Come with me and discover a side of Russia you've never seen before. Russian life is woven together by small, meaningful rituals. Take off your shoes at the door, slip into tapochki slippers, and you're instantly welcomed as a guest. Giving flowers? Always an odd number for happy occasions, never even, that's for funerals. Whistling indoors? Bad luck, they say. It might blow your money away. Never shake hands or pass anything over a threshold. Step inside first. These customs are more than quirks. They're a language of respect and connection. My favorite? Before a journey, everyone sits in silence for a moment, gathering thoughts, wishing safe travels. These quiet rituals reveal a soulful, thoughtful side of Russian culture. They turn everyday moments into something memorable. It's in these details that you glimpse the true heart of Russia. Russian cuisine is so much more than borscht and vodka. The real magic is in home-cooked dishes, like pelmeni dumplings, made by hand and shared with family. Local markets overflow with fresh produce, pickles, and the proud offerings of babushkas. Tea, not vodka, is the drink of daily life, served from a samovar, surrounded by sweets and stories. Trikvas, a fizzy ancient rye drink, or blini pancakes with jam or caviar. Each region brings its own flavors. Grilled meats in the south, wild berries in Siberia, and sweet sirniki pancakes for breakfast. Food here is comfort, history, and celebration all at once. Sharing a meal is sharing a piece of Russian life. To taste Russia is to understand its warmth and diversity. Every bite tells a story. At first glance, Russians may appear reserved, their expressions serious and their words few. But spend just a little time among them, and you'll discover an astonishing warmth and generosity that runs deep beneath the surface. It's a warmth that isn't always shown to strangers right away, but once you're welcomed in, it's unforgettable. A Russian smile is something you truly earn, and when it finally appears, it's genuine, heartfelt, and full of meaning. It's a sign that you've crossed an invisible threshold, that you're no longer just an outsider, but someone they trust. I remember being lost in the sprawling Moscow metro, overwhelmed by the crowds and the unfamiliar signs. Out of nowhere, a stranger approached, offering help without hesitation. They guided me through the maze of tunnels, expecting nothing in return but a simple thank you and a smile. Hospitality in Russia is almost sacred. If you're invited into a Russian home, you're treated as family. The table overflows with homemade dishes, borscht, blini, pickles and more, and the conversation is just as abundant. Stories are shared, laughter echoes, and you're made to feel like you truly belong. Small acts of kindness are woven into daily life. A train attendant pours you a steaming cup of tea on a long journey, or a museum guard quietly shares a secret story about a painting. These gestures may seem simple, but they reveal a culture that values connection and care. Russians cherish deep conversation and real connection. It's not about small talk or idle chatter. It's about sharing thoughts, dreams, and even worries. Over coffee or tea, friendships are forged and strengthened through sincerity and openness. The famous Russkaya Dusha, the Russian soul, shines through in every encounter. It's in the way elders share stories with the young, in the laughter that bridges generations, and in the heartfelt moments exchanged on city streets. If you look past the initial reserve and offer a genuine smile, you'll often be met with warmth, a handshake, or even a hug. These small gestures can be the beginning of friendships that last a lifetime. The true treasure of Russia isn't found in its grand cathedrals or vast landscapes, but in the everyday warmth of its people. Their kindness, humor, and generosity are what make every visit memorable. It's these moments of connection, the laughter, the shared meals, and the heartfelt goodbyes that linger in your memory long after you've left. To truly know Russia, you must know its people, their stories, their spirit, and the unexpected warmth they offer to those willing to look a little deeper. Moscow and St. Petersburg, two cities, two personalities. Each stands as a symbol of Russia's past, present, and future, yet each pulses with its own unique rhythm and energy. They are the twin hearts of the nation, beating in time with the stories of millions. Moscow is bold and electric, a city that never seems to sleep. Its grand avenues stretch endlessly, lined with imposing Soviet architecture and glittering modern towers. The palatial metro stations, often called underground palaces, are adorned with chandeliers and mosaics, making even a daily commute feel like a journey through history. At its core lies the iconic Red Square, where the colorful domes of St. Basil's Cathedral rise like a fairy tale. But Moscow's real life pulses in its neighborhoods. In places like Patriarch's Ponds, you'll find leafy streets, cozy benches, and a sense of calm that contrasts with the city's hustle. The old Arbat, with its street performers and artists, is where history meets modern energy, and locals gather to share stories, laughter, and music. St. Petersburg, on the other hand, is Russia's elegant, artistic soul. Built on a network of canals, the city is a living canvas of pastel-colored palaces and ornate bridges. In summer, the white nights cast a magical glow, turning the evening sky into a soft, endless twilight. People stroll along the embankments, soaking in the city's poetic atmosphere. The Hermitage Museum and Mariinsky Theatre are cultural jewels, drawing visitors from around the world. Yet, the true magic of St. Petersburg is found in its hidden courtyards, where ivy climbs old walls, and in quiet cafes where locals linger over tea and conversation, savoring the city's slower pace. Both cities blend the monumental with the intimate. You can marvel at the Kremlin's ancient walls, then slip into a tiny cafe tucked away on a side street, where the aroma of fresh coffee mingles with the sounds of daily life. Explore bustling markets like Danilovsky, where vendors call out and shoppers haggle over fresh produce. Discover secret gardens hidden behind unassuming gates, or pause to listen to a street musician playing soulful tunes on a canal bridge, their music echoing through the city. These cities are living, breathing stories, each street, park, and square filled with memories and moments waiting to be discovered. Whether you're wandering narrow alleys or joining locals in a sun-dappled park, you're invited to get lost and find your own Russia. The true rhythm of Russian life beats in these contrasts, between grandeur and simplicity, history and modernity, the monumental and the everyday. Dive in and you'll find a world beyond the guidebooks, a Russia that reveals itself slowly through the rhythms of its cities and the warmth of its people. To truly know Russia, you must visit the countryside. In villages, life moves to an ancient rhythm, wooden izbas, gardens bursting with vegetables, and neighbors who rely on each other. I was welcomed in a village near Suzdal, offered homemade jam, shown hand-carved tools, and treated like family. Nature is central, forests for mushrooms, rivers for fish, fields for sustenance. Walking in birch woods, breathing pine-scented air, you feel Russia's timeless spirit. The countryside is about self-sufficiency, tradition, and deep connection to the land. City dwellers cherish their rural roots, returning whenever they can. For travelers, village life is a step back in time, a lesson in simplicity and resilience. Here you find the enduring soul of Russia. It's a place of peace, beauty, and authentic connection. The dacha, Russia's beloved summer house, is more than a retreat. It's a way of life. Every weekend, families escape the city for their patch of land, no matter how humble. The dacha is for gardening, relaxing, and reconnecting with nature. Pride blooms in every homegrown potato and tomato. The banya, a traditional sauna, is a ritual of cleansing and renewal, complete with birch twigs and icy plunges. Days at the dacha are slow and joyful. Grilling shashlik, sipping tea on the veranda, and sharing stories late into the night. It's where Russians are most themselves, open, relaxed, and happy. If you're invited to a dacha, say yes. It's an invitation into the heart of Russian family life. Here, you'll experience true hospitality and unforgettable moments. The dacha is Russia at its most genuine. Russian festivals are vibrant celebrations of season, history, and community. Maslenitsa, Pancake Week, bids farewell to winter with blini, games, and the burning of a straw effigy to welcome spring. New Year's is the biggest holiday feasts, fireworks, and gifts from Grandfather Frost and the Snow Maiden. Families gather, listen to the president's address, and toast as the Kremlin clock strikes midnight. Victory Day on May 9th is solemn and proud. Military parades, remembrance, and the Immortal Regiment procession. These festivals blend joy, tradition, and deep emotion. They unite people across generations and regions. To witness them is to see Russia's spirit in full color. Festivals here are more than events. They're living history. As my journey ends, I know Russia defies easy definition. Its epic landscapes and intimate moments, grand history and simple kindness. Stereotypes fade when you share tea, laughter, and stories with locals. Russia rewards the curious. Step off the beaten path, learn a few words, and accept invitations. Let go of what you think you know. Let Russia reveal itself in its own time. The true magic is in authentic, unfiltered moments. Come for the golden domes, the wild berries, the white nights, but stay for the people. Their warmth and stories will change how you see the world. Russia isn't just a destination, it's a new way of seeing.